Welcome, friends. Let us begin.
I am that. That am I. Mars rules the third decanate of Leo. Orienting to the energies of Leo, the most human sign of all, as an esoteric group. Part 3. The sign of sensitivity, material sensitivity, soul sensitivity, spiritual sensitivity. The most human sign of all. The light of the soul, a reflected point of logoic light or divine light. Consciousness, full self-consciousness, occult consciousness, mystical consciousness. We prepare for the Sirius festival and the Leo full moon. The light of the soul. I see the greatest light resulting in construction of forms through group intercourse, stimulation of desire, the life principle, soul impulse or energy, a reflected point of logoic light or divine light. I assert the fact, resulting in destruction of forms through group interplay, stimulation of the self or egoic principle, spiritual impulse or energy. Alignment, the cross of divinity. As a soul, I work in light, and darkness cannot touch me. I take my stand within the light. I work, and from that point, I never move.
Radiance we are and power. We stand forever with our hands stretched out, linking the heavens and the earth, the inner world of meaning and the subtle world of glamour. We reach into the light and bring it down to meet the need. We reach into the silent place and bring from thence the gift of understanding. Thus with the light we work and turn the darkness into day.
We continue to deepen our application of the knowledge given to us by Master Dwal Kul, anent the interplay and relationships, the squares or quaternaries relating forces to material appearance or form expression, the stars concerning the states of consciousness, and the triangles related to spirit and to synthesis. In preparation for the Sirius festival, the Leo full moon, we contemplate the stream of energies from cosmic to systemic and planetary triangles, to humanity In anticipation of the Sirius festival, we align then and orient to the incoming flow of soul light into and through these triangles. With our focus on the new astrology, the science of relations, right relationships, we contemplate and meditate upon the interplay of the teachings that have been given first regarding the greater triangles of synthesis, the triangle of Leo, Pisces, and Capricorn. In the triangle of Leo, it is connected to the soul law of all destroying angels, to Saturn and Shambhala, symbolizing the destruction of form not by force, but by the greatly strengthened life within that form. The triangle of Pisces, Uranus, and the hierarchy, related to the soul law of polar union, the two flaming balls of fire and the triangle connecting them. The triangle of Capricorn, Mercury, and humanity, related to the law of expansive response. These three triangles of energy can be seen as basic and determining in all planetary affairs and be considered event-producing.
Through group interplay, group intercourse, group influence, the energies result in group integration. As we approach the Sirius festival, aligning with the great triangles, as these energies permeate each level, from cosmic to zodiacal to systemic to planetary, to and through the planetary inlets to disciples and initiates.
Great Bear, Sirius, the Pleiades, transmitting the energy of will and power, love, wisdom, active intelligence. The influence of Sirius is not consciously felt until after the third initiation, when the true nature of the spirit aspect begins to dawn upon the liberated intuitive perception of the initiate. For the advanced initiate in the sign of Leo and after the third initiation, Sirius becomes a major life factor. He begins to respond to its vibration because he now rules the sun and the moon and is controlling those two planets. For that is what the sun and the moon have become to him, simply planets to be ruled. This is a great mystery, and I simply state the fact. Sirius, Leo, the sun, the moon, and Mercury are now the influences with which the initiate is concerned. Great Bear, Sirius, the Pleiades, transmitting energy through spiritual sensitivity, sacrifice, initiation. Leo, Pisces, Capricorn. Leo, Pisces, Capricorn, transmitting energy via these planets, Saturn, Uranus, Mercury, into Shambhala. Consciousness, transformation, harmonic expression.
Mercury signifies the versatile energy of the sun of mind, the soul. It is interchangeable for the sun, and stands for the mediator or intermediary between the father and the mother, between spirit and matter, and yet is the result of the union of these two. It will be obvious to you that the task of Mercury in connection with humanity has gone forward most satisfactorily and has brought humanity to its present point of evolution upon the probationary path. Through transmutation, purification through vision comes through the developed man through the activity of Mercury, who is the illuminating principle which releases the mind, directs the way of man through life, and enables him to become aware of the divine plan which underlies all his fiery experience. Mercury is regarded as embodying both aspects of the mental principle, the expression of the concrete and the abstract mind of God.
Uranus is the planet whose characteristics are the scientific mind, which at this stage of the disciple's career means that he can begin to live the occult life, and the way of divine knowledge can take the place of the mystic way of feeling. It means also that knowledge can be transmuted into the way of wisdom and of light. This necessarily brings in the will aspect, or the influence of the first ray, Vulcan, blended with the seventh ray, Uranus, producing the desired manifestation upon the physical plane. Uranus therefore initiates a new order of life and conditions, and this, when developed in the life of the disciple, in its turn produces an understanding of the causes of things as they are, and the desire to change the old order and the old orientation into the new. This produces the reversal of the wheel. This can be seen happening today most clearly in connection with humanity and with world processes. Carried forward to its logical conclusion, the influence of Uranus finally produces an unfolded spiritual consciousness, in contradiction to the human.
From Sirius through Capricorn, Saturn brings the dynamic energy of electric fire. The one-pointed disciple becomes the initiate of the third degree. Saturn offers opportunity through the third ray. Saturn is the lord of karma, the imposer of retribution, and the one who demands full payment of all debts, and who therefore condemns us to the struggle for existence, both from the form side and from the soul side. Saturn reveals the nature of the third aspect of divinity, the nature of intelligent substance. at the third initiation, transfiguration. Saturn is the planet of discipleship and of opportunity. It is exceedingly active today, presenting to the world disciple those difficult situations and crises which will involve free choice, discriminative pioneering, wise response, and correct decision, thus bringing about the destruction of that which hinders, without the relinquishing of any true values of which humanity may be aware.
An indication I give here, in the direct alignment of certain planets in the process of systemic evolution, with each other and with the Sun, comes logoic or divine alignment. Think this out, but one word of warning I give. Seek not to work out hypotheses of alignment based on the physical planets. The truth lies not there. Only 3 of the physical planets, and those 3 in etheric matter, enter into the final alignment that marks the attainment by the Logos of the cosmic egoic consciousness, which is his goal of attainment. Of these 3, the Earth is not one, but Venus has her place corresponding to the emotional permanent atom. Further still, the alignment may be progressed. In the alignment of our entire solar system with the system of Sirius lies a still more remote goal. It is a point far ahead in time, but holds hidden the secret of the greater cycle.
From the Great Bear, Sirius, and the Pleiades, through Leo, Pisces, and Capricorn, and Saturn, Uranus, and Mercury, the energies flow into and through the avatar of synthesis, the spirit of peace or equilibrium, and the Lord of Light, the Buddha, bringing together synthesis, equilibrium and balance, and illumination to guide and protect the Christ being, the Christ essence, the Christ consciousness that is being drawn into these triangles through and to on the ray of love wisdom, our planetary being. This great stream of energy bringing into focus this higher quaternary of Sirius, Leo, Mercury, Saturn. Quaternaries, as we know, relate to the material expression. With the formation of this esoteric quaternary, affecting powerfully, we are told, the major quaternary of man, spirit or monad, soul, mind, and brain. This energy brings about an interrelation and an inner awakening which prepares the aspirant for initiation. The world disciple, presented with those difficult situations and crises which involve free choice, discriminative pioneering, wise response, and correct decision, thus bringing about the destruction of that which hinders, without the relinquishing of any true values of which humanity may be aware. So let us focus on this quaternary for humanity as we bring forth into our impressions the life, quality, illumination, and appearance that flow from this quaternary for humanity: monad, soul, mind, and brain. In esoteric astrology, Master Dwalkul gives us this beautiful summary. The interlocking triangles emerge: the zodiacal triangle of Leo, Pisces, Capricorn, and the allied planetary triangle of Saturn, Uranus, Mercury. These two triangles pour their 6 streams of force into our 3 planetary centers at this time, vitalizing and stimulating the planetary triangle of Shambhala, hierarchy, humanity. Invoking triangles within the planetary ring pass knot to synthesize the energies of the centers into the central point for distribution. Shambhala, the planetary head center; hierarchy, the planetary heart center. The new group of world servers serving now as the planetary ajna, until humanity has developed the planetary throat and becomes the planetary ajna center under the impress of the Shambhala force.
And into and through the 5 planetary inlets. And as the Tibetan master shares with us, wherever one of these inlets for spiritual force is found, there will also be present a city of spiritual importance in the same location. These 5 points of spiritual influx are: 1. London, for the British Empire, rays 5 and 7. 2. New York, for the Western Hemisphere, rays 2 and 3. 3. Geneva, for Europe, including the USSR, rays 1 and 2. 4. Tokyo, for the Far East, rays 6 and 4. 5. Darjeeling, for India and the greater part of Asia, rays 2 and 5. Through these 5 places and the areas in their neighborhood, the energy of the 5 rays pours forth, conditioning the world of men, leading to results of profound significance and determining the trend of events. These 5 points of conditioning energy, in spite of the fact that the energy pouring through Darjeeling has not yet reached its full strength, produce 2 triangles of force in their interrelations. 1. London, New York, Darjeeling. 2. Tokyo, New York, Geneva. Geneva and Darjeeling are 2 centers through which pure spiritual energy can be directed with more facility than through the other 3. They, therefore, constitute the higher points of their respective triangles. They are also more subjective in their influence than are London, New York, or Tokyo. Together they form the 5 centers of impelling energy today. I would have you remember with still greater emphasis the relation of rays 2 and 5, and of the 2nd plane, the monadic plane, and the 5th plane, the mental plane. It is the relation of these major energies which makes the initiation of the transfiguration possible. The effect of these influences is very great and of supreme importance in this 5th root race, the Aryan race, in this 2nd solar system. Again, you can see the clarity of the correspondences which are emerging. In all these basic relationships, that which is the 5th in order is destined to be the instrument, the vehicle, or the implementing factor for the 2nd. The universal mind, as it works through all the planes of our conscious planetary life, is the creative agent and the form-building factor which makes the revelation of love possible. The energy of this 5th ray might be regarded as the common sense, because it receives all these impacts of varying energies, synthesizes them, produces order out of the many ceaseless impacts, and interprets them, thus creating the multiplicity of forms to which we give the name of world thought. This 5th ray energy transforms the divine ideas into human ideals, relating the knowledges and sciences of humanity to these ideals, thus making them workable factors in human evolution, its cultures, and civilizations.
All these various streams of energy are passed through certain groups or centers, becoming more active and demonstrating with a freer flow as the course of evolution is pursued. As far as man is concerned at present, this energy all converges and seeks to energize his physical body and direct his action via the 7 etheric centers.
And as these planetary inlets receive and distribute, so let us visualize these energies continuing in this flow, streaming into the new group of world servers and radiating into the disciples' head center, the disciples' heart centers, the disciples' ajna centers, around the great web of triangles encircling the planetary life, imbuing us with the will to love, the will to good, goodwill, penetrating, radiating, and moving through the ever-growing web of triangles that are surrounding the globe. See this happening. Visualize this great ray of love wisdom and the will to love pouring in. Love being that synthetic, inclusive grasp of the life and needs of all beings. Disciples utilizing the consciousness thread and the Antakarana. We visualize the streams of the sun aspect, revealing the quality of sensitivity. The love aspect, revealing the nature of relationship. Wisdom and understanding, revealing the method of evolution. And consciousness and soul, revealing the note of attractive sound. This sound growing from Leo and soon from Virgo, through the sun into Saturn, Uranus, and Mercury, and through the triangles into our planetary being. The will to love. Master Dwal Kul tells his disciples, it is, in other words, the loving intention to fire the entire world with the new idea of the spirit of relationship. The fire is not what you think it is. The will to love means the love of the greater whole and the ability to do that which is needed for the good of the group in the right way and with the needed skill in action. It involves capacity for firm action where need arises, because the disciple has a long-range vision and is not misled by the immediate perspective. The disciple works and prepares for the future. So align your centers for your point in evolution with the rays in your makeup, active and influencing your current state of integration. And in the words of the disciple Roberto Assagioli, FCD, in the Discipleship series, affirm silently but with the highest aspiration and the highest intention. I have a body, I am not my body. I have emotions, I am not my emotions. I have a mind, I am not my mind. I am the soul. Now sense this soul contact and send a line of lighted energy to the heart center of your serving group, seeing each one in the circle of light, illuminating the group field of service. And sound as a soul.
I am the soul. I am light divine. I am love. I am will. I am fixed design. We invoke the will to love in sounding this statement made by the disciple to the soul. I pledge myself to the path of love. I demand of my soul that I, the spirit in form, shall act as a channel of compassion and an instrument of love, until I know myself to be love itself. I am that love. With pure intent I serve. To this in knowledge full I pledge myself.
So align your consciousness at the highest point, soul consciousness, and link as an individual with humanity, and as a disciple with the group. Master Dwal Kul tells us there are 4 groups. First, the group that embodies our nation. The second group, the family, community. The third group, the group with whom you activate service. And the fourth group, the ashramic group to which you are affiliated. Envision all those groups and your web of light as your soul connects into each group and out to others. Now visualize all those who are working on behalf of the Christ, working on behalf of the hierarchy, for the betterment and the advancement, the evolution of humanity. And visualize all walking together the golden path toward the blue disk. Bathed in radiant light, some ahead, some behind, many at your side. Standing as one, recognizing the one soul, embodied in the phrase, "Naught is but me." from that point of unity. See the streaming energies, the rays, moving into and through our solar system. Embodying the will of God.
Will to initiate, will to unify, will to evolve, will to harmonize, will to act, will to cause, and will to express.
And together, in unison, we sound the mantra, the words of power of the great second ray of love wisdom. I see the greatest light. And on a band of indigo blue, we hear the sound of the will to unify emerge in the minds of all disciples and initiates. Three minds unite. The words of power of the fifth ray, bringing in on a stream of orange-colored energy the will to act, flowing into the group, which we visualize as a blue diamond radiating white light. Three minds unite, the words of power of the ray of concrete knowledge, resulting in correspondence of forms to type through group influence, stimulation of logoic dense physical body, the three worlds, the three kingdoms, monastic energy or impulse. When the knowledge of God shall shine forth universally, and this is not the knowledge of or awareness of a great being, but the expression through human instrumentality of the divine omniscience. Then will the Lord of concrete science, who is the embodiment of the fifth principle of mind, see his work brought to a conclusion. He stimulates the sense of awareness in humanity and nurtures the consciousness aspect in the subhuman kingdoms, producing the response, therefore, of matter to spirit, and bringing about the interpretation of that to which there has been a sentient rapport. The energy of the fifth ray is, from the human standpoint, awakened and brought into activity through the action of the five senses which are the conveyors of information from the three worlds to the mental plane. Visualize the flow of the ray of love wisdom and the ray of concrete knowledge flowing into and through the disciples and initiates. For it might be said that 5 streams of informative energy make their impact upon the concrete mind and emanate from the physico-astral plane. See those 5 streams of informative energy flowing into the new group of world servers. Three streams of energy coming from the soul also make an impression upon the concrete mind. Visualize these 3 streams of energy coming from the soul. Intelligence, love, and sacrifice, making an impression upon the concrete minds of all disciples and initiates. And 1 stream of energy during the initiatory process, contacting the mind of any disciple, initiate, preparing for initiation. See this 1 stream of energy coming from the spiritual triad, utilizing the Antakarana as we envision the new group of world servers as the bridge, the bridging Antakarana from the hierarchy to all disciples and initiates. Now visualize the groups with which you are affiliated, bringing in the great power of the triangle of love wisdom, and will bring in the qualities of group consciousness through group intercourse as these develop in group formation, life, identification, wisdom, group love, sacrifice, service, humility, patience, tolerance, sympathy, compassion, synthesis. Now envision the circle of 5 pointed stars, 12 in number, surrounding the group and infusing the group with these qualities of group consciousness through group intercourse. Visualize all the groups with which you are affiliated becoming one group, unified in purpose and intention.
Let us imaginatively form a 6-pointed star with these 2 triangles, which DK says is one of profound significance. This interlacing of the 2 triangles constitutes what is called a triangle of humanity, and under the theories of the science of triangles, it concerns the relation of the individual to the mass of humanity and of the disciple to the group. It is the planet Neptune in Cancer, setting up the flow of cosmic love and Buddhi, which will produce progress through the intervening signs from Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn to Aquarius.
The triangle of Cancer, Leo, Virgo, the relation of the individual to the mass of humanity, and the triangle of Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces, the triangle of the disciple to the group, forming this 6-pointed star.
We invoke the energies of the 6-pointed star of the planetary inlets and the 6-pointed star of humanity into and through the new group of world servers, channeling the 12 qualities of the heart as we visualize the band of soul light, white light encircling the globe.
We create in our minds and visualize this great band of white light, soul light, imbuing the planetary being and moving as a great band, focalizing the will to love, the will to good, in a unified band of goodwill, activating as it moves around the globe, each disciple and initiate, and every group of goodwill, to imbue all with the highest intention and the ability to mobilize and activate through the will to act. Let us begin by visualizing this band radiating out from Darjeeling, touching all the points in Asia, moving south and moving west, touching all the lighted points in West Asia, the Middle East, and the Horn of Africa, up into parts of Russia and Eastern Europe, and now Geneva, the great point with the soul ray, the first ray, radiating out goodwill along this band of light that extends across all of Europe and down through Africa, and then extending this band as it moves across London. The fifth ray, soul ray of London, radiating out to all sectors of the British Commonwealth, all the great countries united as part of the United Kingdom, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, parts of Africa that still hold ties. This great band of energy radiating out the will to act, goodwill, throughout all that was known as the British Empire. All those lights, the beacons, shining forth and rising to draw all to this point of goodwill. And now moving across Iceland, Greenland, see the great band vocalizing now at New York, the inlet for all of the Americas, radiating out the second ray, the soul ray of this inlet, radiating love, wisdom, and goodwill for all. Touching each disciple, each initiate, each group, every group, touched by this great band of soul light as it moves slowly across the Americas, touching into the hearts of those groups not yet known, but certainly radiating goodwill and working on behalf of goodwill for all. Across and through all the islands of the Pacific, into Tokyo. The sixth ray soul of Tokyo radiating, and the personality ray, the fourth ray, to be activated in the coming age as the fourth ray becomes more dominant. See this wide band of light continuing to flow, encircling the globe, touching the minds, the hearts, the lights, all people of goodwill.
From the mental plane, with the power of a controlled mind, let us sound as a group the mantram of unification. With the power of the soul and the one-pointed aspiration and power of Leo, the will to illumine. The souls of all are one, and we are one with them. We seek to love, not hate. We seek to serve and not exact due service. We seek to heal, not hurt. Let pain bring due reward of light and love. Let the soul control the outer form and life and all events, and bring to light the love that underlies the happenings of the time. Let vision come and insight. Let the future stand revealed. Let inner union demonstrate and outer cleavages be gone. Let love prevail. Let all people love.
As we hold these triangles up to and through the Sirius festival, in an effort to subjectively unite all serving groups, these triangles unite the three crosses, and these three triangles of energy can, as DK says, be seen as basic and determining in all planetary affairs, and be considered event producing. As we move forward in anticipation of the festival, remember the planetary inlets, the 5 planetary inlets, and the 5th ray.
London, Darjeeling, New York, Geneva, Tokyo. Through these 5 places and the areas in their neighborhood, the energy of the 5 rays pours forth, conditioning the world of men, leading to results of profound significance and determining the trend of events.
Love of the form must never hide the life, the worker and the scientist. Emergence into form and out of form. Revelation of the way. Power to make the voice of the silence heard. Purification with fire. The manifestation of the great white light. Ray 5. The master and the mastered are but one.
Om
Bargo devasya dimai Yoyona prachodayat Om Por Bhuvasva Tat Savitur Varenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimai Dhyo Yona Prachodayat